Have you ever wondered why back pain seems so common? Why so many of us struggle with posture? Is it just aging, or could it be something we're doing or not doing that's causing this decline? In today's episode, we're busting the myth that age is to blame for spinal issues. Instead, we'll uncover how poor posture, modern work environments, and everyday habits are behind these problems, and how simple changes can keep your spine strong and pain-free at any age. This is the second podcast in our series on lifestyle and social factors that influence our health and well-being. Stick around as we explore how the spine thrives with care today on the Personalized Fitness Podcast. Welcome to the Personalized Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Garrett Williamson, president of Personalized Fitness, where we're dispelling the myths of health, fitness, and wellness. Now, if you'd like to connect with us, call us at area code 251-278-3343. You can email me, Garrett@personalizedfitness.com, or visit our website, personalizedfitness.com. You can also find us on X at Team PE or Facebook at Personalized Fitness. Today's episode is part of an ongoing series on lifestyle and social factors that contribute to physical deterioration. Now, if you remember, when I've talked about the lie of age, what actually controls our ability and deterioration, for that matter, is four things: fitness, nutrition, lifestyle, and mindset. And this is, like I say, we did an intro last week. This is the first of the series on lifestyle, and we're talking today about the spine. In lifestyle, there's things we often blame on aging, but are actually the result of our choices and habits. You'll learn how habits, not time, impact the spine, and how small changes can prevent decades of pain and dysfunction. So let's get started. Let's start with the basics. Your spine is it's the backbone of your body, literally and figuratively. It supports your movements, protects your spinal cord, and allows for flexibility and strength. But here's the thing. Our modern lifestyles have turned the spine into one of the most abused parts of the body. Think about how much time we spend sitting, whether at a desk, in the car, or on the couch. Prolonged sitting forces the spine into unnatural positions, causing imbalances, pain, and eventually long-term problems like herniated discs. And yet we often blame these issues on aging, saying, "Oh, my back just isn't what it used to be." But studies tell a completely different story. Research published in the Journal of Physical Therapy, Science, found that poor posture and prolonged sitting increase the risk of spinal problems, regardless of age. In other words, it's not the years passing by, it's how we spend those hours slouching at our desk that's really causing the problem. Now think of your spine like a stack of blocks. You know I like my analogies. If the blocks at the bottom are tilted, or even the entire stack becomes unstable, that's what happens when we slouch or crane our necks. The spine compensates. But over time, the strain can cause real damage. So, what are we doing to cause these issues? Well, a big part of the problem lies in our habits and environments, like everything in our lifestyle. Take desk jobs, for example. The average office worker spends 10 hours a day sitting, often with their head tilted forward to look at a screen. This posture, sometimes called tech neck, puts immense strain on the cervical spine or neck. Over time, this can lead to pain, stiffness, and even headaches. A study from occupational medicine found that ergonomic adjustments like raising your screen to eye level reduced neck pain in 60% of the participants within 3 months. It's a small change, but a big impact. But you see how this small environmental lifestyle change makes such a dramatic effect. It does it the other way around, too. Then there are the everyday movements we get wrong. Have you ever twisted awkwardly to grab something from the backseat of your car or bent at the waist to pick something up? These habits place unnecessary stress on the lower back and shoulders. There are proper ways to do these things, but we do them improperly, and we do it on a regular basis. As another study in the Spine Journal found that improper bending techniques were a major contributor to early disc degeneration. Again, it's not age causing these issues, it's how we move. I had a client, John, who struggled with chronic lower back pain. When we analyzed his daily habits, we found that he was twisting his torso every time he reached for his computer mouse. Simple. But a simple adjustment, just repositioning his desk setup, made a world of difference. Here's the good news. These problems are entirely preventable. Let's talk about what you can do to maintain a healthy spine at any age. First thing is we need to consider relearning posture. We need to relearn how to sit and stand and move properly. Keeping your spine in a neutral position where the natural curves of your back are supported can alleviate much of the strain we put on it. Just small adjustments like keeping your shoulders back and your head aligned with your spine can go a long way. Now, strengthening core muscles. This is something I'm sure you've heard about. A strong core is essential for spinal health. And this isn't just like abdominals. Most people think of the front side of the body and the core. But you've got the erector spinae, quadratus lumborum. You've got these lower back muscles and really middle back muscles that actually are there to support the spine. So you want to do both sides. But exercises like planks, bird dogs, bridges, rows, hyperextensions, they strengthen the muscles that support your spine, reducing strain and improving your posture, especially in working with the serratus, which is probably a muscle you may have never heard of, that actually controls a lot of your posture. A study in Physical Therapy Journal found that participants who incorporated core exercises reduced back pain by 70% within 6 months. Sitting for long periods of time, this is where we need to change about incorporating some movements into our breaks. Because sitting for long periods of time is one of the worst things you can do for your spine. Set a timer to stand up, stretch, or walk every 30 minutes. These small breaks help realign your spine and prevent stiffness. Now, there's another client, Sarah, in her late 40s, struggled with neck pain from years of desk work. We added 2-minute standing breaks to her routine and introduced some simple stretching exercises. Within weeks, her pain started to fade and her energy levels greatly improved. The biggest takeaway here is that spinal decline isn't caused by age. It's caused by action or inaction. You're going to hear me say that a lot in this series, because deliberate action is what's causing these things, these problems, or our own deliberate action to help them is what will turn them around. When we slouch, sit too long, or neglect movement, we create the perfect storm for back pain and spinal issues. But when we take deliberate action by adjusting our habits, strengthening our core, and moving more, we can thrive no matter our age. And you're going to see in this series, that goes for everything. And remember, posture doesn't just affect your spine. It impacts your mood, confidence, and energy levels. When you stand tall, you feel stronger physically and mentally. And now in today's episode, we've explored how posture and spinal health are shaped by our habits, not by time. By making small adjustments, strengthening our bodies, and staying active, we can maintain a healthy spine and prevent decades of pain. Now, this is the second podcast in our series on lifestyle and social factors that influence health. Next time, we'll continue exploring these themes, so stay tuned. And if you'd like more info or have any questions, reach out to us at 251-278-3343. You can email me at garrett@personalegefitness.com. Feel free to visit our website, which is personalegefitness.com. You can also connect with us on X at Team PE and on Facebook at Personal Edge Fitness. Thank you for joining me today on the Personal Edge Fitness Podcast, where we're dispelling myths of health, fitness, and wellness. Remember, it's not about aging. It's about action. And taking care of your spine is just one more way we at Personal Edge Fitness help you reach your level of wellness. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope to see you next time.